So Elon Musk decided to lay waste to the PC gaming industry because Tesla bought $1.5 billion of Bitcoin, which sent the price of Bitcoin to record highs. And gamers everywhere are wondering, when will they be able to find a GPU? So Elon Musk has been tweeting recently about cryptos, and he's been backing Dogecoin, and he's been tweeting a lot about it, as you can see there. But he decided to buy $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, or his company did anyway. And it says here in the CNBC article that Tesla announced in an SEC filing Monday that it has bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. So this is a pretty legitimate stake. And the company also said it would start accepting Bitcoin as a payment method for its products. CEO Elon Musk has been credited for raising the prices of cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, through his messages on Twitter. And I feel like a lot of these companies are now starting to look at cryptocurrencies as another way where they can store their wealth. So really, they're just diversifying their portfolio and not leaving all of their money in fiat currency, as well as other things like shares and properties, but really diversifying their portfolio through buying Bitcoin. It says here, Bitcoin prices surged to new highs Monday following Tesla's announcement, reaching a price of at least $44,200. Tesla shares were up more than 2% Monday morning. In its SEC filing, Tesla warned investors of the volatility of Bitcoin's price. But if we take a look at Bitcoin, the price of it is $45,000. The market cap is $835 billion. So Tesla didn't really buy all that much. It was $1.5 billion out of 800. So 1 in 800th of Bitcoin, which is not a whole lot. So it's not really going to move the price of Bitcoin all that much, but it will increase the sentiment of people who are interested in Bitcoin because now they see Elon Musk and Tesla buying it. So a big company buying a large stake into Bitcoin. So now other people will also do the same thing as well. So let's take a look at this 1 year chart of Bitcoin. As you can see here, it was about $10,000 most of the way through last year, up until about October. So from October to December, it went from $10,000 to $20,000. So we got some pretty good ground support of Bitcoin there. And obviously people there expected the price of Bitcoin to be going up. But really from about December onwards, it went from $20,000 to $45,000 today. And I guess that part of the graph is really where people are just gambling it now. So there's no knowing how high it's going to go, and nobody knows if it's going to fall back down. Now, why am I talking about Bitcoin prices? Well, it's because for GPUs to be available on the market, it has to be unprofitable for miners. So you take a look at this GPU profitability ranking, you can see that the 3090 is making $15.46 per day. The 3080 is making $12.86. And the 3070 is making $8.17. The 3060 Ti is about the same. And the AMD cards are still good for mining, but they're just not as good as the NVIDIA ones this generation for the price that you pay for them. And if you take a look at this table that I made for my previous video, you can see that for the RTX 3090, if it's $2,200 to buy in today's market price, well, it'd probably take you about 6 months to pay off your 3090. Your 3080 would take about 5 months. But most of these market prices for these GPUs are based off of return on investment. So most of them will be about 5 or 6 months to pay off that GPU. So when is this mining craziness all going to end? Well, people are talking about Ethereum, which is the coin that everyone is mining at the moment because it's the most profitable. People are talking about that moving from proof of work to proof of stake. Now, that transition period might take 1 year, it might take 3 years. People don't really know for sure. But they did move to Ethereum 2.0 recently, back in December. So they're starting that process. But really, we don't know how long it's going to take until it gets to the official Ethereum 2.0, where everybody is on proof of stake. And basically what proof of stake means that people don't have to provide their proof of work, or they don't have to actually mine the blocks anymore. And all they're doing is just validating the blocks. And Ethereum, they want to do this because they believe that it will reduce the amounts of energy required to make new transactions and new coins. So that's why they want to do it. But in terms of which one is better, well, that's probably another video. But let's move on with the news. And now people are actually starting to mine crypto with laptops. And as you can see in this article, it says here, it's now profitable to mine crypto with laptops. The value of the cryptocurrency has increased so much that it is now profitable to bulk buy laptops for mining. You can see some of these pictures here. They're just plugging them in and then just putting the program on and setting it to run 24 hours a day. So the RTX 3070 laptop, the price starts at about $1,299, and right now the price of an RTX 3070 costs about $1,000 on the market. Maybe a little bit more now, it's gone up because the Bitcoin price has also gone up, but really not that much difference between a graphics card and the entire GPU and the entire laptop. This article from VideoCard says that companies from China are moving their operations from China to Iran, and they're saying that the costs are 4 times lower in electricity than it is in China, and now they're paying 1.8 to 2.2 cents per kilowatt hour. So some people say to me, well, it's really expensive for electricity in my country, so I can't really afford to mine. Well, I would say have another look again, because right now the Bitcoin price is so high. So you can see on this GPU profitability ranking, I know some European countries, it costs about 50 euro cents per kilowatt hour. So if you put that into the table, well, for a 3090, which is one of the most power-hungry cards, it does 300 watts. The revenue would be $14, but your profit is $10. So still taking a lot of money for the power or the electricity that it uses, but you still end up making some profit. But the key here is that some cards don't take as much power. So the 3070 and the 3060 Ti, they only do 130 watts. So you can underclock your card or undervolt your card, and then you'll be able to do 130 watts, which means that your power consumption is a lot less. So your revenue here for the 3070 is $7.58, but your profit is $6 too. So you only spent $1.50 on your power. So this is the last article I have today, and this is from Tom's Guide. It says here, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 stock disaster could get even worse. Here's how. And it says here that it's most likely down to Chinese New Year, because that goes for about 2 weeks, and so Chinese companies have 2 weeks off, and it'll take some time for them to ramp back up as well. So expect that the shortages will continue for about a month, and then it also says there's shortages of certain raw materials and NVIDIA chips. So raw materials could be the G6 or G66 memory, which is one of the most important components for these GPUs. And so it could be like another month before we see better stocks for these GPUs. But again, if the mining price is still at the same level, well, all of these miners are just going to keep buying them up. But I think, yeah, a lot of doom and gloom in this video, but for PC gamers, they really have to start to think about other ways that they can game, and it could be consoles, it could be mining with your GPU, but in essence, it's going to be really tough to find these at MSRPs, let alone just finding one anyway, because even at these inflated prices, everyone is trying to buy them at these inflated prices. Okay, that's going to be it for this one. If you like this video, make sure to click the like button, also to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.